In Odd Reviews on Meteor Part 188, The Accountant 2. I reviewed the first film a month or so ago and both really loved it and was impressed by how progressive the representation was for the year it came out, so I'm a bit bummed to have to give its sequel a more negative review. It follows much of the same formula of the original, but that in the context of 2025 feels a little more on the outdated side in comparison to the 2016 film, feeling progressive, which is interesting. This one leaned a lot harder into the mental disability as superpower side of it, showing this group of autistics able to do hacking work that not even the best hackers in the country are able to do. And on one level, I think it's incredibly cool. I love stories that have unassuming people pulling the strings, but the overall vibe of how it was handled here wasn't inherently bad. Like, I couldn't pinpoint a specific moment in the script that bothered me, but the overall tone of it felt a bit wonky. And the way they handled the acquired savant situation was baffling, to say the least. I do think that because this movie followed a very similar formula to the original, and I watched them fairly close together, it made this one feel a little more boring and dragged out. Both these movies introduced just a massive cast of characters, so the through line can sometimes feel tedious to follow. Whereas on my first watch of the first one, it all felt interesting and intriguing, so that's part of why I didn't like this one as much. And both films are technically fine, but were I to recommend one over the other for representation, definitely skip this one and rewatch the first.